Hello, I am Kyle. This is my 2024 Mustang Dark Horse. I've had it for a few months now, since March of 2024, so almost about a year coming up in a couple months. I bought it down in Florida, and then like 3 days after I bought it, drove it back up to upstate New York. I think it was around like 1,700 miles in total, so definitely broke it in during that. It was great experience, like driving it up through all different states. Yeah, it's got 17,000 miles, almost. It's like at 16.8 right now. I don't know, I freaking love this thing. I've had a Lexus RC 350 before this that I was driving, and then before that an old 97 pickup, so this is definitely a lot different than both of those. I have the summer tires on still, so upstate New York summer tires right now in January. Not the greatest, but it's not bad once the tires are warm, and even if there's like some wetness or like if there's some pavement, they hook up pretty well. It's not, I don't have a big issue with them kind of going, the tail coming out, unless I'm trying to have fun or I just hit ice, but that doesn't really happen a lot, and then I kind of know what to do when it goes out. But I haven't had any really issues with it. I've kept it stock, haven't done anything. It's got the Magna ride, so I don't want to mess with that. I do want to get the I think they're RTR like Aero 7 or 5 wheels in bronze. I think it would look really cool with the gray and with the bronze wheels. And then I'll get all terrain, or not all terrains, all seasons on the stock wheels, just so I can have something that's a little nicer during the winter and just swap over to the RTRs during the summer. But yeah, it's been pretty great having this car. Driven it a lot. I said I did that trip up from Florida. I also did that trip back down to Florida, but I did take an auto train from Virginia to like Orlando, so that took out a few miles. But then I just did the trip again back up from Florida, so, and I haven't had any issues with it coming up, especially the second day from like Florence, was it South Carolina? Rained the whole day up and didn't have any issues. But we'll go take it out, and I'll let you know how I feel about this thing even more. My bright idea was to film this at night, where it's insanely dark, and cameras don't like darkness. So I'll try my best to keep you being able to see me. So like I said, I have 17,000 miles on this. It's sorry, my road is very potholy. You gotta kind of wind through them. But yeah, so I've been really enjoying this car. I honestly can't think of any faults with it. A couple issues I have had is if I'm on, I don't know, like some roads seem to have more vibration than other ones, that like the infotainment system rattles, but it doesn't rattle all the time, and it's only on certain roads. Like when I was on my way back up from Florida, it had a lot of rattles on like one part of like Route 1 in the Keys, because it's just, I don't know what the road, if it's just different materials it's made out of, but it rattles. It's not bad. And then I really haven't had it since then, but that's kind of the only fault I can think of. I also didn't say this has the 10-speed I wanted. I got this when it was still really hard to find dark horses, and all the manual ones either were like, the prices were just jacked up, or you just couldn't find them. Like, I got this down in Florida because all the ones up like around New York and Vermont, they were just charging insanely over sticker, and I was lucky enough to be able to get this at MSRP, which I guess it's kind of hard to find some MSRP when they like first came out. But no, I am very happy with what I decided with. Yeah, so I got the 10-speed. I didn't get the handling pack because, first off, you couldn't really find them without really building a dark horse, and I wasn't going to wait. I don't even know how long it was going to take for me to get one if I built it. But I also didn't want it because I didn't want the Trofeo RS tires. I just didn't want to have to deal with those in the rain and during the winter, because they're not great when it's cold or wet, and then they're also just expensive, so I don't want to have to keep replacing them. I would have replaced them with like Pilot Sport 4S's, or I don't know, like Cup 2 or something like that. But I don't know. I enjoy the Pirellis. I don't think I'll get the same tires when I need new tires later. I think I'm going to go with the PS4S's from Michelin, just because they're a little cheaper. And I don't know, I like Michelin's more. These are a very soft tire. But I haven't had anything with the brakes yet, which is nice. I haven't had a lot of luck with the brakes I've had in the past, especially in the Lexus. I don't know what was up with that. It was just like every time I would get the brakes done, there'd just be an issue. Yeah, but we're gonna take it out for a bit, go through town. I am really excited if was it like CEO Jim Farley, Ford, he wants to he was like teasing a Raptor version of the Mustang, which would be sick, because I really like the what is it, like the Porsche 911 Dakar or whatever they call that, and then the one that Lamborghini came out. I don't know, I think that when like people take like road cars and make them more like off-roady, if that's the right term, I think those look pretty cool. And the renderings I've seen of the of a Mustang Raptor it does look pretty sick, if I have to say so myself. It's like, and then if they make like a Mustang Raptor R with a what's it called, with like a Whipple on it, that would just be insane. So I don't know, I'm excited for that. But yeah, and the point of the channel, I guess, this is my first video, as you can tell if you look at how many videos I have up. This is going to be it for right now. But I'm planning, I do a lot of automotive photography, so you can find my Instagram. It's kscal.photo. So I'm planning on going out to car shows, filming it, going to filming me going to museums, and just taking pictures for my Instagram. So if that sounds like something you're interested in and watching, then subscribe, give this a like, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, I have gotten, like, I don't know, people are still in that mindset that if it's a muscle car or a car guy's car and it's not a manual, then you chose wrong, and it's like, oh, manuals for life and stuff like that. But I like the 10-speed a lot, and I don't think people kind of understand how good the 10-speeds are in the Mustangs and also like the F-150s. But no, and I was also dailying it, and like as a daily, I want a an automatic. So it's just my preference. But one thing I have noticed, if I'm like using the paddle shifters, is that from first to second, it like either shifts really hard or is like kind of jumpy, if that makes any type of sense. I don't know really how to describe it. But it's just like it just shifts weird, especially if you're high up in the in RPM. But other than that, I don't have any issues with the like shifting with the paddles. And the downshifts sound amazing, so. Just like taking this on back roads, it's an amazing, like, it handles so well for a Mustang. And I've been in like the old S550s. I guess they're not that old, but They do not handle like this handles. I don't know how to describe it. Like the rear is so planted, and I don't know if it's the tires that come on the Dark Horse. I haven't driven a GT of the S650. I've only driven the Dark Horse, and I've only driven like my Dark Horse, so I don't know what it's like in a handling pack one. I'm guessing it's probably a lot better with handling just because of the tires and then some of the aero, and I think it's got a retuned suspension. But no, I'm really excited for that. This car is just so much fun. I haven't had any issues with it at all. So much more different than a all-wheel drive Lexus coupe. It's got so, like, I think that the RC350 had, I think, like right around 310 horsepower, and of course this has 500, so it's definitely a lot more power than that. But no, I haven't regretted getting this at all, especially in the winters up here. I also love the exhaust on this. I know people don't like Coyotes how they sound, but I don't know. To me, like, if you keep the exhaust stock and it has the active exhaust on it, and you just keep it in track, that sounds like the best Coyote could sound to me. To me, I wish it was a little louder, but once you start messing with the exhaust, then you get like, I don't know. I just don't like how kind of crackly or poppy the exhaust sounds like if people put X pipes on it and stuff. But I love how the Coyote sounds. Especially cold starts. The cold starts sound really good. And I know people hate Coyote cold starts, but no, I think the only thing, if I ever do something to the exhaust, is get an axle back, just so I don't mess with it too. I don't want it to be too loud where it's just like annoying to people while I'm driving. Sounds so good. So the next video I'm planning is going to the Newport Auto Museum. I haven't been there in a few years, and I'll of course record that going there. The last time I was there, I don't think they switch up the exhibits that much, but they had like a whole Ford room with Shelby, which I thought it was pretty cool. You got to see like the old Shelby Cobra and the Daytona. Well, it was fun. Fun little trip out in the car. But yeah, like I said before, I freaking love this thing. I haven't had any issues with it. Definitely got to wash it, but it's the winter, so nothing you can really do about it getting dirty. Yeah, like I said before, if you want to follow my photography, pretty much all automotive photography. I did like one day of, I don't know, environment photography, like of landscapes and stuff. But if you want to follow that, it's kscal.photo on Instagram. Pretty much the only place I am right now. It's going to be, this, I think, the same name as this channel, just without the one. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to comment, try to answer. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to say about the car. Besides, yeah, stick around. If you want to follow me doing photography. Other than that, peace.